with Ramon. I'm glad you're here today. Thanks for being here. And I'm glad I can add value to your world, whether you're listening on our podcast on Spotify, our podcast on iTunes, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, wherever else you're listening to this out on Facebook. Glad you're here today. And I hope your day is blessed and amazing. I'm doing great. I'm doing great for one reason, one of many reasons. I had a cup of Cafe Bustelo this morning, as I usually often have every single morning. Had my apple, had some wheat toast with butter, or sometimes I have peanut butter. I didn't do my push-ups today, didn't go to the gym today. Today's a travel day for me. We'll see. I ate and didn't feel like just pushing up. I was just too full. But I did get my head a nice clean shave. It's amazing, ladies and men, how different we are. For many ladies, of course, some ladies have apalachia or they shave their head intentionally, whatever it is. But for most ladies, their hair is such an important thing. Bible talks about that. But for guys, I like a clean head, shaven hair. Of course, some guys got the longer hair and they put mousse in it, all fancy it up. But me, clean shaven head's my jam. A nice clean shave. I shaved last night, clean shave. Put a little bit of, that stuff you put in your face like this that gets you a little sting in your face. And then I put some nice aftershave on it. Use Harry's razor aftershave. And I feel great. I feel good. So that's me. I'm excited to go to Atlanta and work with my friend Brent Leary. He has an event called CRM Players, IRL in real life, an event for CRM tech aficionados and more. Be doing that. And then on Thursday, we have our Genius Talks Atlanta, Genius Talks in general, geniustalksevents.com. It's a boutique event. 20 people, no more than 20 people. We may extend it a bit to 30 people, but no more than 20 people for intensive networking, intensive unpacking you and your business, intensive learning to get your business to the next level at Genius Talks Events. So you can see that at geniustalksevents.com. So welcome to a brand new day. Glad you're here. Ayanna, the musical web. What an honor to be here with you. What an honor for you to hang out with me, Ayanna. Glad you're here today. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for making a difference. And thanks for being here. Sit back, everybody. Relax. Or if you're working out, if you're playing the piano, if you're cooking, if you're baking, maybe you're in bed sleeping and watching me in bed, who knows? But I'm glad you're here today. This is the Rundown with Ramon as we start our show. But maybe I should tell you what the show's going to be about first. Yeah, let me do that first. One, we get a few things. Some insight from Seth Godin, where he talks about the power of attention. And Seth Godin says, attention is a luxury. We're going to touch on that today, why attention is a luxury. We're also going to talk about 3 marketing truths for turbulent times. Mark Schaefer unpacks why this is the case, and I'm going to touch on that. Fast Company talks about the biggest client red flags solo entrepreneurs face, and I want to unpack that for you today. So this is a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon. Trisha Rue, good day to you, Trisha. Glad you are here today. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Greg Becker, thanks for being here. Greg, appreciate you. Amazing, awesome, and all you other champions. He's talking to Ayanna and Trisha and all those who are here with us today. So let's get started. Thanks for being here. I think I said thanks for being here 1,000 times. I think I said the Rundown with Ramon show 1,000 times. It's time to get this show on the road right now. All right, so let's dive into it. First up comes, ding, 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 the biggest red flags solopreneurs face. This is written by Ann Burgess Yang. Give her credit for that. And she talks about a few red flags. One, red flags during the sales process. You're working with a client, not sure if they want to work with you or not, and there's a vague scope. There's a vague project scope. We'll figure it out. They're not sure what the scope is. They're not sure what that means. And I must say, I could have been a client like that, kind of vague on what I wanted. Sadly for me, maybe because I wasn't really sure what I wanted and was figuring it out. You got to be careful if you want to work with a client like that. Next up, requests for free work or unpaid test projects. That's a big deal. You're working with a client. You said part of the scope of the project, I'll give you 3 revisions, and they want revision after revision after revision after revision after revision. Nothing's ever right. Be careful with a client like that. Unrealistic expectations on timeline or rate. They call you up at 4 p.m. and by 4:31, they want the design done, finished, and ready for the next Ritz-Carlton TEDx talk thingamajiggy. Can't do it like that. So that's one set of red flags. Then there's red flags during the engagement, during the project itself. And they call this scope creep. The project keeps changing. The goals keep changing. Things keep being different. You want to be careful with clients like that as I'm going through here. Fast Company's amazing article. Next up is poor communication. Clients that don't communicate with you. You email them on Monday and they get back for you 3 years later or 3 days later. That's no bueno. Poor communication can sink a project and can make you look bad and can help you not deliver on the client. Delayed payments or ghosting on invoices. That is no good. You did the work. They need to pay up. End of story. Delayed payments are no good. So what's important about this, the lesson learned for us solopreneurs and for any business in particular, we have to protect our business. We're running a business, people. You're doing the work. You're doing the products and services. You got to protect your business. And if you're not aware of these red flags, your business is not going to grow. In fact, you're harming your business. Patricia Roos says as well, moving the goalpost in these talks. Exactly right. I hire Ayanna to teach me piano. And I'm like, well, Ayanna, teach me piano. By the way, on the side, can you teach me to play the tuba too? And can you teach me how to sing? And no, you can't do that. You got to stick to what you do. Now, things can change. Things can be different. But a client that's doing these things inauthentically, a client that's doing these things and causing unneeded friction in something is not so good, Kim Wyckoff. Welcome to a brand new day, everybody. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm glad you're here today. That was point number one, especially for solo entrepreneurs. We got to be very, very careful of the clients we work with, how we work with our clients to make sure they don't impact our business, to make sure they don't jam us up. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This episode is brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender. Thank you so much for being here today. Make sure your small business is secure. I install Bitdefender on my devices, and you should as well. Did you know that malware is a real thing? Scams are a real thing. Cyber criminals are real and want to hack and attack and make your business miserable. Do not let them. Go to bitdefender.com, bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com, and make sure that your business is ready for the next growth in business. But make sure that as you grow, you're protecting your assets, and do that with Bitdefender, just like I do. Bitdefender.com/Ramon. Again, welcome to a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon show. Ding, 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 ding. Up next, Mark Schaefer. If you don't follow Mark Schaefer, you want to. Mark Schaefer, SCHA, Mark Schaefer. He says 3 marketing truths for turbulent times. And I wanted to unpack this for us. I think it'll help somebody out there. We are always in some version of turbulent times. Rarely have we been in a place in society where there's been nothing wrong, depending on where you live. Yes, there are times of peace in America, but now we're in times of war and turbulent times with the economy and tariffs and war in the Middle East and more. But we've always been in something, right? There's always, the COVID was here for years. There's natural disasters. We're in California fires. And then if you're outside the U.S., we have a global world. What about people in Southern Africa? What about people in Northern Africa? What about people in Eastern Europe? People in Western Europe? What about people in Northern Asia? People in Southern Asia? There's always something going on somewhere in the world. So Mark Schaefer kind of unpacks that. What do we do in these turbulent times, especially as marketers? And I tend to talk quite a bit about marketing in the segments that I do and teach on. And Mark Schaefer says this, and he says it very well. It's very true. Never jeopardize trust. Trust is one of the most important things you can do. For my Genius Talks and other things I do, one thing is we have a very liberal refund policy. Somebody signed up for a few of my events over the last few months and said, hey, Ramon, I was sick or couldn't make it or the date conflicted. They didn't ask me for a refund at all. They didn't ask me, but guess what? We gave them one without being asked. Now, I'm not sure I can do this with everything I'm doing. You're in a $5,000 coaching program. I'm helping you to grow your business, and halfway through, you're like, it's not working for me. Well, now we got to work on that because I put in the work. I did the work. I've scheduled the work ahead, so I'm not going to lose money on it like that. But especially when it's a subscription service, something you signed up for, paid something nominal, I'd rather refund the $100, refund the $500 if I can, or give you half of it or something to make good by you. So Mark Schaefer Doris is saying here, never jeopardize trust. So important to understand. Second thing that Mark Schaefer is saying, focus on the immediate business priorities. What's right in front of you right now that's most important for you, Doris? What's in front of you right now that's most important for you, Tricia? What's important for you, Ayanna? This is something to consider. As we grow our business, as we grow the Zone of Genius Ramon Ray ecosystem, my focus is growing Genius Talks and figuring out the business model so we can be profitable with each one we do. My goal in that is, what else can we offer people who've trusted in us to attend Genius Talks? We're thinking of doing possibly an annual event and having our Genius Talks members be a part of that, and Genius Talks Awards speak on that. Maybe we'll have Genius Talks live online and have our Genius Talks people who've attended share on that. This is what we're thinking. So this is what I'm thinking of, how to grow that. That's the priority right now. Thinking of remote office hours. As we're growing remote office hours, we'll be sending delight packages to remote office hours clients, to make sure that they feel appreciated, make sure they feel engaged, make sure they feel excited. Humans are like dogs or like puppies. You got to excite them. I am too, by the way. Me too. All of us. We're humans. We're meant to be this way. That's why solitary confinement is torture. Thank you, Doris, so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Glad the advice I'm giving today is sound. Appreciate you saying that. Love it. Karen says, hey, she has a no refunds in her clause. Yeah, no, I probably have those kind of things too, but I still give the money back. Now, again, as I said, Karen, not sure if you heard this, depends on what you're doing. Somebody paid me $49, couldn't show up because their mother was sick. Even if it says no refunds, I'll probably still give it back to you, even without being asked. Now, but again, you have a coaching program, Karen, a high ticket offer. Somebody paid you $20,000, $10,000, $5,000, and you've invested in that over time. That's different, asking for a refund like that. Hey, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Glad you're here today, and I appreciate you being here, part of this amazing experience. As I slur my words, talk too fast, sorry about that, part of this amazing experience. But let's go back to the three things that Mark Schaefer is saying. One, never jeopardize trust. Always have the trust with the clients you're working with, always. Number two, focus on the immediate business priorities of your business. What are the immediate things you need to do in your business today to make sure it's a success? And number three, Mark Schaefer says, conquer fear to grow. Most of the time, it's fear that keeps us held back. It's fear that keeps us from the next level. It's fear that keeps us from being the best version of ourselves. This is so important that we think of these things in turbulent times, especially as marketing. If you keep the trust of those you're serving, you keep that trust, you always will have customers to serve, because everybody has a need. Everybody has needs. The question is, are they turning to you to solve that need? Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon, and I'm glad you're here today. Thank you so much for being a part of the Rundown with Ramon show. Greg chimes in here, says, it's a continual challenge for me to get priorities straight. My wife says I have ADHD. Hey, many entrepreneurs, whether it's diagnosed as something official or whether it's just that distracted phase, attention deficit, something, I forgot what the H stands for, disorder, I do as well, Greg, and it's not saying it like in a joking way, hey, I have ADHD. No, but honestly, I got 7 different projects doing 7 different things, and I wish I could be that one to focus on the one thing. It's just hard. I like to do many different things. Thankfully, I have Chris Cushing, my head of operations, who helps me align and helps me do these things, but she does it so well. Hey, Alexandria, glad you're here today. So let's dive into the flagship topic of the day today. Seth Godin says this. Ding, 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 ding. Seth Godin says, attention is a luxury good. And I want to unpack this for us. Luxury goods are special. They are scarce and expensive, and they earn a status with some folks because it shows that we paid more than we needed to. Maybe. Luxury isn't about quality, suitability, or performance. I do think it's some of that, in my opinion. But luxury isn't a more accurate watch or a faster processor. Luxury is a marker that we can afford to do something others might consider wasteful. A Birkin bag is a luxury good. And so is reading an entire nonfiction book, listening to a public radio broadcast, or attending a concert when we could stay at home and listen for free. That's deep. I see where Seth is going now. By wasting our attention on nuanced narrative experiences and everything except the checkbox takeaway, we're sending a message to ourselves and others. A message about allocating our time to something beyond optimized performance or survival. If you signed up to offer an attention luxury good, you undermine it when you also try to make it quick and convenient. Ooh. This is a choice that each and every one of us entrepreneurs get to have. Are we genuinely offer something premium? Are we genuinely offer something that's a premium, that's a value? Are we? And if we are, that's a great thing, but are we generally offer something of a premium value? And if we are, Seth Godin is saying it takes time. And it doesn't have to be quick. It doesn't have to be convenient, because people want to feel the luxury aspect. They want to be able to show that they've done the luxury aspect. This is what it takes to do it. And or are we offering something quick and to the point, just a checkbox and move on? It's not luxury. It can be fast. It can be convenient. It can be easy to do, no problem. But take your pick. Which one do you want to do? Which path do you wish to take? This is a question that we all get to answer. Which path do you wish to go? And the decision is yours. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm glad you've been here today. I hope you've been well. Question of the day comes in. By the way, if you have questions for me to help your business grow to the next level, always love Alexandria. Thank you for being a co-host here with me. You can check out what Alexandria Nicole is doing at Elevate Your Growth, EYGEvents.com, EYGEvents.com. Elevate Your Growth. Alexandria popping here with the first question of the day, and Alexandria asks, what does letting go make possible? Ooh, I love the question. When you let go, everything is possible. If you're doing all the things, this means you have no room for all the other things. If you're keeping everything to yourself, this means you're not allowing others to bloom. If you are keeping everything under your control, this means others can't control and grow with you. If you're holding on to everything, this means there's no room for you to release and grab onto something else that may be better for you. If you're not letting go, this means you may have problem embracing something else. If you're not letting go, you may actually be suffocating what you really want, because you won't let go, because you don't know what's next. There are so many bad things that happen when we don't let go. Letting go, people, does not mean you can't move forward. Letting go, people, does not mean you're not valued. Letting go, people, does not mean that you're not aligned. Letting go does not mean that you can't leave. Letting go doesn't mean you're not important. Letting go doesn't mean that you're not needed. No. Letting go means you're able to move past phase A and go to phase B. Letting go means you're able to bring trust into the equation and let others grow as well. Letting go means you have a level of trust and your faith is increased because you know there's something else in front that's for you. This is what letting go is. As I've let go, as I'm building Genius Talks and working with Chris Cushing to expand Genius Talks around the country. We'll be in Atlanta on Thursday, working on an event in Phoenix. We have a Genius Talks coming up in San Francisco, hybrid version, a different version. That's the only way to grow. Only way to grow is by letting go. By the way, if you have a question for me, feel free to always ask that. Probably not on this one. I'm going to shut down soon. We've been at it for 18 minutes. Rundown with Ramon is a short show daily helping you get to the next level in your business. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow. I don't think I'll be on Friday, because I got a flight. But I'm telling you, when you come into Rundown with Ramon, feel free to pop in a question. I'll ask it live. Or those of you in Ramon office hours, this is the place to be when you're like, wow, I wish I could be here for longer with Ramon. I wish I could get a detailed answer to my question. I have this thing and I want Ramon to help me grow my business. I want to get mentorship and coaching and insight from Ramon on a regular basis. I wish I could join a community of people that we could grow together. That's what we do in Ramon office hours. And I encourage you to check it out. RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com. Check it out if you want to get mentorship and coaching from me, with me, and be around people who also want to grow and get to the next level. Ramon Office Hours is the place to be. I encourage you to check it out, RamonOfficeHours.com. And Genius Talks, by the way, is growing. It's going next level. You have no clue what we have in mind. It's a community of people, 20 to 30 people meet on a regular basis in New York and around the country. Part of Genius Talks also is that we give you badges online to share. You get the attendee list. It's networking. You get a hot seat And we're taking it to the next level. Attendees of Genius Talks will also get to speak in our Genius Talks live events online and our Genius Talks live events happening in person, coming up, much bigger and more impactful events. So when you attend a Genius Talks, you're getting a lot more than you paid for. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. Glad to have, wait a minute, Carl Gray is in the house. Carl Gray, glad you're here, my brother. Always love hanging out with you, man. We got to hang out more. I love your spirit, love your vibe, love how you show up and shine. Love it, love it, love it. Appreciate you being here. Malika, you always show up in time. Appreciate you being here. Alexandria asked me the questions that, you know what, get me popping, get me to come out of my shell and just start on it. So thank you, Alexandra, for that great question. Malika, glad you're here. And you know what? What a great day it's been. I got a flight in a few hours going to Atlanta, where I think I'll see Malika. I'll see some other members of the community, and they'll be at Genius Talks Atlanta. I'll be at a CRM event for tech analysts. Excited to be there with some of my clients and others. Brand clients will be there. So that's what I'm doing today. But you know what? I feel like I could go on and on and on and on, but I think we'll land that plane right now, and I'll just say thank you. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for showing up, because it is two-way. I remember I attended an event by a Christian artist one day, and I bought a ticket to attend, right? Many of you have invested in buying in me. I bought a ticket to attend. And he firmly grasped my hand and the hand of my wife, and he said, not with tears in his eyes, it wasn't like that, but he said with such a heartfeltness, he said, thank you. Thank you for attending. And it was amazing. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon, Alexander, Nicole. Love it that we get to grow together, and you are so amazing. Trisha Rue. Trisha, before you even played that clip of me, Trisha, I'm telling you, your hosting is getting better and better and better. I enjoy it. The diversity of flavors you bring to it. Able to laugh, able to get serious, able to be empathetic, able to, really, Trisha. Really, really, really. Our next event, by the way, Trisha Rue, is Genius Talks, is April 16th in New York. GeniusTalksEvents.com. GeniusTalksEvents.com is in New York City, April 16th. And we have more planned throughout the year, so don't miss out. GeniusTalksEvents.com is where we have our next Genius Talks events. But Trisha and everybody here, glad you're here today. Get ready to hop on a plane. And I got turtles in my bag. See y'all later. Be blessed. Have an amazing day. And this is today's Rundown with Ramon. See you later.